Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kwame Chumisi. Today I just want us to do a deep dive in regards to the new skills in demand visa. I made a video in regards to this and I've had a lot of questions in regards to this, so I just thought to come and do a refresher video and go a bit more into detail so you guys can understand. So the new skills in demand visa is basically coming to replace Visa Subclass 482. To put it in another words, it's basically the rebranding of the Visa Subclass 482. No, it hasn't started yet, so they have not passed on the legislation yet. I'm thinking they'll pass this on towards the end of 2024. So yes, Visa Subclass 482 is still working. Okay, so you guys shouldn't get discouraged. So why are they introducing this new skills and demand visa? So they basically want to focus on highly skilled individuals to migrate to Australia and also to have a clear pathway to permanent residency. This new skills in demand visa will allow you to work for an employer in Australia for 4 years, and after the 4 years you have a clear pathway in gaining your permanent residency in Australia, which is good. Okay, so the primary focus of this new skilled in demand visa is basically focusing on skilled migration. Okay, so Australia is basically targeting people that are highly skilled to come and work in Australia, and in turn this should have an impact in booming the Australian economy. So this is basically my take with this new skilled in demand visa. Now with this new skills in demand visa, they've basically broken this down into 3 pathways. So we have the specialist skills pathway, we have the core skills pathway, and we have the essential skills pathway. So the specialist skills pathway, you need to earn over 135,000 Australian dollars. I think this is basically equivalent to 93,000 US dollars. That's the specialist skills pathway. I'll talk about it more in a moment. We also have the core skills pathway, and the core skills pathway, they are going to target people that earn over 70,000 Australian dollars. And we have the essential skills pathway, and with this pathway they're basically going to target people that earn less than 70,000 Australian dollars. Now let's look at the differences between these 3 pathways. So the first is the specialist skills pathway. So the target of the specialist skills pathway is to target highly skilled professionals that are crucial to Australia's economic growth. Okay, so the requirement is basically you need to earn at least 135 Australian dollars to be eligible, okay, to apply for this visa. And the amazing thing is this specialist skills pathway is basically open to all occupations except trades, machinery operations, driving and manual labor. So with these categories they'll not be able to apply for this specialist skills pathway. Also, when you apply for this visa, they'll fast track the processing time and you get a visa grant within 7 days, which is amazing. Now the second one is the core skills pathway. So the target of this core skills pathway is to target skilled workers in occupations facing critical shortages. So let's say nurses, teachers, childcare educators. So they are basically focusing this core skills pathway to occupations that needs workers to come and work in Australia. So what are the requirements? So they are basically going to introduce a new core skills occupation list, and this list is identified by the Jobs and Skills Australia. So you are going to create a new core occupation list, and if your skill set is found on this core occupation list, then that means you'll be able to apply for the core skills pathway. It's very simple and easy. And also the other requirement is minimum annual earnings meeting the TISMET, which is set at 70,000 Australian dollars. So if you're earning 70,000 plus, you are eligible to apply for the core skills pathway. And last but not the least, let's look at the essential skills pathway. So this is basically to target workers in essential roles earning below 70,000 Australian dollars. The requirement is basically processing skills deemed essential for Australian economy. So if your skill set is deemed needed for the Australian economy, then you'll be eligible to apply for the essential skills pathway. And if you are currently sponsored through the labor agreement, so let's say those that want to come here as carers, as a nursing support worker, or age and disability workers, then I think this role is for you, because the employer needs to go through a labor agreement. And the benefit is filling critical workforce gaps and supporting economic growth. As I said, all these visas, they'll basically give the visas out to applicants for 4 years. If you get a visa grant, you're going to get a 4 years visa, and after you've served your employer for 4 years, you have a clear pathway to becoming a permanent resident. So yes, they are getting rid of visa subclass 482, but with the introduction of these new skills in demand visas, which will probably take effect from getting to the end of 2024, I think is great news for most. So for those that are so worried of you applying for a visa subclass 482, or you in the process of applying for visa subclass 482, please do not get worried and please do not lose hope. Okay, this hasn't taken effect yet. It's going to take effect towards the end of 2024. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and Kwame Chumisi will be there to answer your questions. My name is Kwame Chumisi. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.